laziness. Let's get into that. First video, and I'm already getting into something that, people very much struggle with, and that is either laziness or procrastination. And some would say that goes hand in hand, but I do believe there's slight differences. So, with that being the case, I am very much lazy and a procrastinator. There are so many things I wanted to do or have the idea to do, yet I struggle to get myself out of bed. And if I do get myself out of bed, then I simply will waste my time on my phone trying to think about the better days or the better times I've had instead of actively trying to make those better times exist for a lot longer. So I sit there, procrastinate, sit on my phone, and think about what could be instead of actually actively trying to change that entire situation. Now, with this video, I'll be doing some cleaning of my wall that I was supposed to clean a good 2 months ago. This was simply the most easiest thing I could have done, and yet it has taken me as long as it has taken me. I procrastinated. I was lazy. I see so many things in my room, and I come to this point where I'm like, well, the moment I get that burst of energy, I'll remove all of it. But that burst of energy is never coming because I don't put it out there. I don't try to change, or I don't try to produce the energy. This is not something that my body is just going to be, you have it. No, this is a mental thing as well. My body is physically good. It's able, but it's the mental that I don't feel like putting my brain to. But today, I am doing that thing. Now, some people would probably at some point think, well, cleaning your room should be easy. It is, to an extent, but the problem starts to lie in your mental at the time. You're coming to this thought process of, well, how do I put it? For my thought process, it's not more of the doing it. It feels like I'm wasting my time with something I could be trying to go further with. So I sit there and I think, okay, if I clean my wall, I'm not going to have enough time for anything else in life. So I'm just sitting here, even though this entire thing, like this part, that's just damaged, but the rest I'm pretty sure it's not going to show up on videos. Not looking too good right now. But the rest of it is like some blemishes and I don't know. I really don't know what this is. But this whole everything across my entire room would probably take a good solid 2 hours. But I use that time in my mind and I'm like, well, I could be doing this. And then I end up playing the game. And I can say with certainty, I don't really like playing the game as much, or at least certain games. Like, as I'm doing this, we'll talk about the game I currently play. Ghost of Yotai. That game requires me to mentally be in a story mode mindset. But I can't be in a story mode mindset because I'm thinking about I'm wasting a lot of time right now. I am currently 23 years old. And I feel like I have gone nowhere in my life. And I will say, out of the job that I have, I simply have not gone anywhere. And this is not to say you're 23, you gotta be the upper echelon of human society. No, I'm saying as long as I've worked at my job, I should at least be in a higher position, trying to get more money, but also trying to figure out a different path. But I've been procrastinating. And I've always told myself, well, I know I won't be in this job this long. I've been at the job for 5 years, same position. Pay is better than when I started, but it isn't the best. All right. This part of the video will be sped up. Like I said, it's going to take about 2 hours. All right. I'll be moving some things. Might as well start with the corner. We'll be taking this slow and steady. See this, the cleaning the walls would take 2 hours, but the rest of the things, that's gonna add at least a good hour if I'm moving it like I'm moving it now. As you can see, there's just a whole bunch of things, and this is the finished product of me sorting through a bunch of other stuff and coming to the conclusion this is kind of the things that I need right now. So yeah, we can see where the problem starts to lie here. So for right now, it's all about moving the items around, getting everything situated and good. And there's more of a procrastination area. I was holding this upside down. Hopefully that doesn't sound too bad. I need new blinds. But a young man broke, so that's going to have to wait. But a young man be broketh, I say. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Somebody pried these to their max. Tool set, Husky. Hopefully that didn't flip itself on the camera. If it did, yeesh. Hey, yeesh. Alrighty. One of the things like, how did it even do this? Ugh, straight at my face. Uh-huh. There you go. That's the move I'm talking about. See, I'm smart. I'm doing it. All right. Okie dokie. First time I've actually taken this off. I need to get another one. Walmart trip, maybe? But then I got Munyon issues. So that's going to take some time. When I say take some time, that's going to take a good week. I got to pay other bills, unfortunately. Bills. Such a great thing in this world. Needed in a sense. Pricing, not so much. Because my goodness, how am I supposed to move up in life? That's another thing with the procrastination that I have is the thought of what I would do to gain enough money. Because in this life, you would have to really work. And there's really no time for like fun things. But that's just the norm of society now. For shoes and if you got sweaty feet and whatnot. But the whole societal thing is more of work. You gotta work till once you get done working your full potential out, then you'll be able to sit down and enjoy the prospects, the accolades that you have acquired over time. And that is all you can truly hope for is that moment, that moment of like gaining. Like, okay, I've in my life spent this much time doing this, that, and the third. And now I get to sit back and relax. But by that time, you're like 40 something. Not even because, retirement plans and whatnot, that I think that got increased. So really can't be 40 after you get done with it. So you'd be somewhere in your 50s and 60s somewhere. Now, as stating, The problem is not the retirement, is more of getting to that point. There's a very strong thing in the back of my mind. Well, not really the back of my mind. That's one of the forerunners. But at the front of my mind is having the thought of not acquiring enough money through any other avenue other than, making videos or, I don't know, acting. Anything of that sort where money is big, but the chances of getting into that area is very slim. Checking to see how much video I have left, which I believe infinite amount. But yes, there's the thought in my mind where it truly feels like, okay, how do I further my progression in this life? What job will allow me to at least get enough money to where I can get not a house. Getting a house would probably come after I retire. So I would have to really grind in a different job. It's either that, but how much money would it take for me to be comfortable enough where I get a apartment, and then I would be able to live in that apartment for some time and gain more money to move on further in life? How much would it take? Hopefully, well, with that mentality, that's where the procrastination starts to come in. Hoping instead of actively doing. So let's just say it's going to take some time. But once that time has been given, it'll be smoother days. And this is also another part of the video. Well, it will be sped up. Gotta get another rag. I'm now just looking at the framing of the camera and all of this. And just know there was work being done on this side. I mean, it's not like I was just squatted behind the chair, not really doing anything. That'd be ridiculous. But more rags. Let's get it. Now, this is the part where I would have to move a lot of the other things. I'm getting into it now. I'm heated up. So we have the corner. Then we have to pick up the TV. That's straight up bleach. So I'm just poisoning myself over here, taking poison tick damage. Probably should put a mask on. But yes. So the moves. I will dismount the TV. Move that outside. And then dresser in bed. So while I have y'all here of this part, we'll do some more talking. I don't know how to move in this life. There's a thing in my body that feels like, well, all is lost, essentially. Not all is lost, more of just, I don't have the capacity sometimes to move. Actually, hold on. I feel as if though I've done minuscule. And I feel as if though it will continue to be minuscule for some time. So I hold myself back because if I try to go any further than what I'm doing now, I just feel like it would be all for naught. Even though the only way you can truly gain anything in this life is by doing. These will have to come out entirely. No, not entirely, actually. I think it's right there. Okay. Alrighty. Ooh, very poor dismount. But I would say social media is also not helping as much, well, helping at all, because the social media, you're comparing yourself. And I'm not saying all things on social media is fake, but the things that are being shown are, curated and pieced together in a certain way to really boost the value or the look value of a certain thing. So what somebody has this great success in life, they are curating it to make it look like a certain something. Now, of course, you would have the far few between that'll tell it to you straight. It'll be like, yo, you gotta work hard for this. But there's still that thought in the back of my mind that lingers. That's like you need it now. You need it now. You need all of the funds. You need all of the time given to you now. All of the accolades, all of the pieces of fun lore in your life. That needs to be yours right this second. And with that, I don't even have a foothold in general on any social media. I got some videos on Instagram, but that's just little fun videos. And videos should be fun. There's like some stuff on you. But videos should be fun. They shouldn't be this thing of just pure, like my body is just aching to make this thing. It should be like, oh, I'm enjoying myself. And I enjoy that other people are enjoying this as well. But this is more of a me thing. I enjoy how it's going for me right now. Everything is moving smoothly or not smoothly, depending on how you're really going about it. But it's going in a way that is like, this is all me. Things are looking up. You're enjoying your time doing that thing. That is what I needed to have in my mind. Or at least for anything in general. So that thought of seeing on social media the curation of someone doing so great in life and there's no blemish on their time and situation. It's like, yeah, that might be a possibility. People's lives truly could just go in that direction. And it's like, that's just them though. This is now your journey. So whether it be video making, which that'll be just a little side thing over the grand scheme of trying to find a job. Trying to take this job thing further. Not at the job that I'm in now, because I will say truly, not for me. It's customer service, and I am just not a customer service person. I'm not good at speaking. I'm pretty sure I have reiterated or kind of lost the plot of what I was speaking about for some time. Oops. So I'm pretty sure that that's been happening. I don't know how to explain myself. That's going to have to come in later. And made it. It is currently 12:50. So I should be done by maybe 3. Bunches of trash and all the jazz. So with this video, it's more of to showcase to myself that I can go further. Not only was I procrastinating with cleaning the walls and just in general cleaning this room, tidying it up. That off to the side, it was also a thing of the video. How do I sit down or how do I move around, whatever, because I'm moving around now, and just talk. So with that, leave it up to the speedy montage. Now the dressers are about to be removed. I figured how to pick this up without not dropping a bunch of this stuff. Alrighty. Yes, sir. One man army type beat. Now, this is the part of my life I call happiness. I'm on the pursuit. All right. Now, this is the ridiculous thing about me, is that I have a lot of items that truly do not need to be in my possession. Just a whole bunch of random things for the sake of having said random things. I have currently gotten 4 canes. Why do I need canes? They look cool. Certain canes look cool. I have got a practice sword and a full-fledged sword, but one that is very cheap. Hey, can't really beat a $60 price for a thing that can cut. Bless me. Sorry about that. Sneezed right into the mic. So I guess, I think I've ran out of things to talk about for the procrastination. I think I've gotten my point across decently enough. So for this part, I'll just talk about, life. Life hard. Life on hard difficulty. If you're trying to go down the route that's, not OnlyFans. I feel like I could really cook up an OnlyFans. And that's, that's just me. Like, I feel like I got it in me to do an OnlyFans. Well, I've got the looks. I don't physically have, not physically, I don't mentally have it in me to do an OnlyFans. I've got the core. You know what I say? Hey, at the end of the day gonna end. And the person that's doing OnlyFans is up in money. That's their journey. That's how they figure that their life is meant to go. And guess what? It really works for them. So I'm never going to knock how a person gets to a bag. I take that back. I could. For some very, evil, deplorable type of stuff, then it's like, yeah. I gotta turn a watchful eye on that person, because they're going about this in a very wicked way. No, Ariana and Cynthia. So, life stuff hard. As in, I gotta wake up. I gotta move my body. I gotta get a job. And that's where that procrastination comes in. So, hey, full circle for me. But I have to get money so I can experience more things in this life. so I can do the do. There's going to have to be a little bit further cleaning of the countertops. I have to really figure out where a bunch of this stuff is going to go. Because as it stands, a whole lot of stuff is still on these dressers. But I do have I do have something that will hopefully be the next step, the next progression in my life, and that is my CDL. If I get a CDL license and I just ride that for a while to figure out what my next step is. Maybe I'll like driving trucks so much that it will be the thing that keeps me there. Or on my journey of when I get my CDL and then I continue to go further on in life, then something will enlighten me. I will be brought to a different side of light. I'm trying to avoid doing anything else on that, because that is also living. Yikes. If I get my CDL and it all works out, which I really do I really do hope all things work out. I don't have a problem with really learning anything. So that should be good. All right, let's see. Oops. I am hot. All right. The moving of the dresser. Now, just have to make sure I had ways to move it. Everything is going to go right back where it was. This is all. If anything, this entire thing was more of me trying to move my bed and just put a futon down. Futon's still happening, but Christmas is around the corner. And I've got to expend some funds. Carpeted floors. I can't remember how I quite moved this. Alrighty. I think just this way. I will be dragging this. One, two, three. Oh, I gotta loosen that corner up. Ooh. This is why this will be, you know what? It's 116. I think this is going to be a 450. Baby. Skedaddle. Ooh. So I forgot to record the process of me taking up the rest of this stuff, but remembered. And now we will continue to take the rest of the stuff. Woo-hoo. That could have been my foot. Crazy that I had to witness that in very slow motion. And like I said, see, it's an assortment of things that, well, this is staying in my room at all times. Nobody uses that except my father. And he doesn't live at this house. So the smart thing is to just take off a bit of this, things that will fly off, and lift. Ooh, like that. Righty, let's see it. Yeah. It's not heavy as much as it's this. I would have to lean it on myself. So the next best thing is to just slide it all off. Better safe than sorry. Got those chains off of being scammed. Like, I could tell it was a scam, but even then, it's just a good heart moment. Understand, it won't happen again, though. That was $40 that I could have had today. Somebody cheating me. Now, granted, she could have just needed that, but why lie in my face? Why lie about something? Like, Lying doesn't get you anywhere. Because I didn't really believe her when she was saying that she needed something. It wasn't gas money. It was like, no, it was gas money. It's like, yeah, I need gas money. It's like right around the corner. She asked for $40. Like, I really got scammed out of $40. Whole time, very knowledgeable that I'm about to lose $40. She wasn't holding me at gunpoint. None of that. It simply was just, hey, such and such is happening in my life, and you are the only one that can fix it. Help me out. I need $40. But I've got these pieces of jewelry that are worth more than 40. And I'm like, yeah, that's a lie. But for some reason, and this is me starting my job fresh off, I think this was a few months into the job. Maybe 6 months. I give it 6 months total that I was in there. And this woman pulls up talking about this. So, don't happen no more. No more scams being ran in front of the job. But for that one moment, she ate good off me. She got 40 Schmeckeldorfs right off my back. And the crazy thing is, I was like, no, hopefully. But that was also in 2020. Yeah, 2020. I was currently 18 years old. And in my mind, I thought I was really helping this woman out. Well, not really. I thought more of, I hope this woman is not going to use this for anything else. Like, I really just had a hope mentality. Hopefully, she won't do this to me. But lo and behold, I have not got those appraised, but I know that they are fake because, well, how do you know, buddy? How do you know that they're fake? Well, when I wear the chains, they turn my neck green and they hurt. So, yeah, that could be one of them indicators. One of them old ones that just, a telltale sign from the wise men themselves that are telling me, yeah, you probably should take that off quick, ASAP, for you be in a more dire situation. So, yeah. So after my neck turned green, came to a firm conclusion that, oh, that's fake. Now, the ring that she gave me, that could be real. Or it's just a metal that wasn't the same as the necklace. Whereas Earl sweatshirt when you need them to, yank on your chain. Asking why you got so much necklace. Why you got so much necklace? So I got that smooth out my pocket. And that was a moment where I was also not only like, okay, maybe in the back of my mind, she'll use this for good. I also was thinking, I don't have to give this woman any money. Some would say, you're just a good person at heart. And I would agree if maybe any other time happened like this. Now, no. Man, I don't even see your kids, bro. She said something about her kids was around. They needed to get gas so then they can drive somewhere. It wasn't even a good lie. It wasn't even a good scam. If anything, that was just a random person coming up to me, giving me rocks for $40. To put it as bluntly as I can, she really walked up with 2 shiny rocks and said, well, I'll trade this for that. And I was like, well, that's all you had to say, Buster. Oh, now get up on out of here. I just gave her $40. So, with that being the case, never again. I better see some kids with some tears in their eyes crying. I need to see some acting at least. You know what? Hey, it could be a scam the second time. But guess what? I better see some very good acting. Or it ain't nobody getting money up in there. It's going to be a bunch of moneyless individuals. So I better see some chops. Kids better pull up, start crying on command. And then, and only then will I be like, well, that was good, hard. Here's a little something for your troubles. Hopefully you'll break out of this in your older age, but until then, here's a little pocket change. Also, the time is currently 4:32. Looked at a house with my dad to see how he's see what new house he wants to get, even though the house that we checked out was very spacious. He just didn't want to live that far out. It's always fun to hang out with my dad, so you know what I mean? It's toss up, Blank trip, not really. What is this? Yeah, that's a clean way for my finger to come right off. Ugh. Alrighty. Alright. Alrighty. Now let me think about what's inside of this to really increase this strength. This is the one that I will have to move. So I'll be back. Again, I mean, move with some strength. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I can't let this be destroyed. This is from a Wii. Get that out of here. All right. I've come to a conclusion that I'm going to take a good amount of this out of here. This carpet is fighting against me. So, yeah, that's that. I got a bunch of freaking socks in here. I need to actually, yep, some of these socks is gone. There's a decent amount of socks in here that is just like, I don't wear. And I don't really plan on wearing them. And that solidified it. So I'm going to have to go through this drawer. Trash. I could give this to somebody else. I have to pick that up anyways. Trash. I don't even know why I threw it over there. This is trash. Literally put a whole trash pile to the side and still chose to throw them. Just jump. That's keep. Trash. Keep. We'll speed this part up in post. All right. Just got done posting something on Instagram. It's been a long time since I've put something online in general, and I'd say it's darned ridiculously funny. Now, you're starting up. Y'all really can't see that anyways. Montage starts. Now. Alrighty. Now, on to the next possible play. Well, after this. And the next play is to move the bed. Now, as it can be seen, the bed has so many things on it. So many things. My goodness. Then I gotta move the drawers, out of the way as well. Because after I get done wiping all of the walls off, which I've gotten done with this half already, and now it's just this half. Oh my goodness. When I say accomplishing things, actually doing the things that I said I was going to do, feels so good. Man, who would have thunk? So, I will move all of this off of the bed. And see you after the montage.